You are tuned in to What a Baltimore Online Radio. Please note that the views and opinions expressed are of the host and not of Lady J Media. Thank you and enjoy the show.
All right, all right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Spitfire Poetry Shutdown. I am your host, John Handboro. I hope everyone is having a wonderful Wednesday. Today is September 8th. Yes, September 8th, 2021. I just want to say first, before I introduce our two wonderful artists, anyone that's affected by the uh recent storm that we just had, my prayers are with you. um my prayers are with you, definitely. So all right, so we have Ava Smith and Isaiah Haynes on tonight. They are two absolutely wonderful young poets that I've met. I met Ava probably about, I don't know, maybe a few months now, about 5-6 months now, maybe. She also has a show on What Up Baltimore Network called Sip and Paint. That's on Thursdays at 7, right? 7 to 8 on Thursdays. You want to check that out. It's very good. This is being brought to you by Lady J Butterfly Entertainment. And then we have my man Isaiah Haynes. How you doing, Isaiah?
I'm doing really good. How about yourself?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Good to see you guys smiling and looking good. So we're just gonna get right into it because I honestly need some poetry tonight. I really do. I've been going through something the last week, and I was looking forward to this night right now. So we're gonna just get right into it. First, before you get started, we're gonna let Ava go first, but just tell us a small bit about yourself before you do your first poem, Ava.
Oh, well, hi, y'all. My name is Ava. I turned 20 like a couple months ago. I'm a poet, visual artist. I love to paint. I'm currently a full-time worker and full-time creative, so I pretty much balance the two. And yeah, I just love art. I've loved art ever since I was little. And I plan on doing a lot of things. I'm currently in the process of writing my first book, which has
Awesome.
been all over the place. But I'm really blessed and really, really grateful to just be able to share my art with y'all today. So
Absolutely, that's wonderful. I'm looking forward to that book too, definitely. Isaiah, tell us a bit about yourself.
Well, I'm a 21 year old. I'm a singer songwriter and also a poet and everything. At the moment, I'm in the works of making an EP right now. Just trying to explore and give people uh myself in different
Right,
type ways.
right. We might have to hear that voice a little bit tonight too. Then, okay. All right, so we just gonna get right into it then and let Ava start it off first with her first poem. Whenever you're ready, Ava, you can go right ahead.
me? No, I'm kidding.
Yep.
um, so I have something. It's really, really short. Most of my pieces are short. But this is kind of like I guess a note to myself. So yeah, something I wrote to myself.
Okay.
Do you remember when everyone used to tell you that the difference between a realist and a dreamer is ignorance? You remember they used to tell you the only reason you shine is because you have yet to walk through the dark paths of life? Well, I see you haven't smiled in a while, and you're probably thinking everybody was right. And sometimes they can be. But what they didn't tell you is that lights burn brighter in a dark room. You may cry and wonder why the world seems to fall apart before good things happen. But rain's got to fall for for these colors to trickle down to your feet, and you can walk guided by the sun to your pot of gold.
Awesome. Awesome. Wow, Ava, you really. I remember now how soothing and easy your voice just comes across. When you do your poetry, it really is wonderful. That was a wonderful piece. Tell me what inspired that.
Well, first, thank you. So it's pretty much just I don't know. I kind of just struggled with the whole battle between who dreams big. Like, there's so many things I want to do. I'm like, I want to do this. I want to do this. And as you get older, you're kind of like, well, you have to be realistic. Like, you have to have money to do certain things. You have to have time to do certain things. And it's just kind of like a note to myself saying, like, hey, you can be realistic, but you can still have dreams, and you can still, be happy. You can still be joyful. You can still like shine and stuff. But still know that things happen, and still know that there are going to be obstacles and things like that. So it's really just me kind of like nurturing my inner child and saying, hey, like, you can still be happy about stuff and realistic at the same time.
And in the beginning, right, you said there's a difference between a dreamer and you said the difference between a dreamer and what was it?
It's
Uh-huh.
a realist.
A realist, right. So you said the difference between a dreamer and a realist is ignorance. That stuck out to me right there. That's deep. Like, when you really think about it, because it's true. It's true. You know what I mean? It really is true. But that resonated and stuck out as soon as you started. I was like, wow. That was really good.
You.
Isaiah, go ahead. Go ahead, Abe. You wanted to say something?
Oh
Oh no. Oh,
yeah, that was beautiful. I'm not gonna
thank you.
that one hit me. Got me thinking now.
Oh.
It brought it brought new horizons. Everything, cause it gave me a perspective that I didn't really think about before. With the and especially like the way how you worded everything, it was just great.
Thank you.
It was absolutely wonderful. Whenever you're ready, Isaiah, you can bless us with one too.
All right, just bear with me. This is only my second time performing poetry out loud, so I got my notepad that I wrote everything in right here.
Look, before you even get started, it's all good, bro. We family.
All
So I want you to feel as comfortable as you are, you know what I mean? And just go for it, man. No holds barred either. I don't have any issues with language, nothing. I want you to speak what you feel.
All right. Well, this one is called Potent Love. As you find yourself in the midst of the most potent love, you tend to do it recklessly, pushing each other away. As we hold one another physically, but mentally we're drifting apart.
Mm.
As we hold on to one another's hearts, trying not to break them as if they was eggs, blessed that no one else would catch them. But just like Humpty, I'm more likely to fall like the autumn leaves. While it is inevitable that I will fall to the ground, are you willing to wait for me as if I was Michael Jordan back in 1995? Hopefully, it won't be too late. For you are the branch from the tree that is our love, as you hold on to me with the tightest of grips, whilst having the heaviest of chips on your shoulder.
Mm.
Being the queen that you are already comes with his burdens. But as you held me, I will be your shield. I will be as you held me, I will be your shield from all of the weapons thrust upon you. I will be your shield, never letting anything taint your beauty. For you are a masterpiece worthy of a museum. I thank God for painting you this way. You have the most potent of love. Though we continue to push each other away, it is for the best, for only God knows what is next. So I will leave him the rest.
All right, Isaiah. You said you're 21, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that was awesome, man. I like that. What inspired that one? What and then you said it's called Potent, right?
Yep. Pulling
What inspired where'd you get the idea for that? Like what inspired you to write that?
basically, it's like I see everybody's different ideals on what love is. Like everybody has something to say about what real love is, and
Hmm.
but like I go back to like what I was taught in church, like like for and basically like this is my interpretation of what it really is supposed to be. Like you supposed to you're supposed to like really show love in any type of way. And as me as and it says supposed to be a protector, provider, everything like that. Like I'll shield you from anything because you love me the way how God intended, and I'll do the same for you, and it works perfectly. And yes, things it works like we're a perfect match, but even though between two people, it may not be perfect the entire time, but as we fall, I hope that we can come back together just like the leaves after the fall. And
That word. uh, mm. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
oh no, you're fine. And that's basically like that's my view on how things should be, or at least on or at least it's I added I basically brought in together like everybody's ideals into one, because that's how
Hmm.
you hear people talk about love and what they want from it. Typically, it's even though it's all word different, it all roots is rooted from the same thing. So I just try to put everybody else's thoughts into my own words.
I like that. I like that. I like that wordplay on the autumn leaves too. That's some player stuff right there, Isaiah. I don't know. I'm all right. Yes. I mean, you guys, both of y'all to be so young, you're so mature. It's refreshing talking to you. It really is because you guys just I don't know, y'all both have a vibe that just bounces off of you. I could feel it right through the phone. We're gonna
Thank
let Ava go ahead and do another poem.
you. Yes.
Whenever you ready, Ava. What did you want to say something else, Isaiah?
Oh nah, we could go ahead and let her go.
Okay.
Oh, and one more thing. That was a reason why I wanted to bring Isaiah onto my show, is because he's just like the way he expresses himself. Like you said, it is really refreshing because it's like, I don't the fact that he believes so strongly in love. I know what young people like. We kind of like, oh, f love and stuff like that. But knowing that there are young people who are like, love is it's a good thing. Like I really love that about you. So that's why I was like, I have to show them off.
Thank you.
And so basically, this poem. Oh, you're welcome. Sorry. This poem is it's kind of sad, y'all. I feel bad to like switch up the mood so quickly. But this is a piece I wrote a while ago. It's called Erasure, and I guess I was kind of just at a point where I just wanted everybody to forget about me. I was like, I don't want nobody to remember my name, anything like that. So it is a little sad. Trigger warning, but it's real. So I want to share it with y'all.
Absolutely.
I'm aiding in my own erasure. I cry myself to death until I am washed away. I lay here, unbathed, until my skin becomes soiled and I rot away. My flesh becomes her own supper. My mouth is glued shut. sealed with the promise to never utter a single word ever again. I'm aiding in my own erasure. I pray that they all forget about me. I pray my smile isn't embedded in their memory. I pray they forget they ever knew me. I pray that their prayers don't get through to me. Let me rest. I'm weary. I'm tired. I spoke to God, but I fear He can't hear me, so I'll slowly aid in my own erasure. Day by day, I'll slowly decay. I promised I loved y'all, but I'm in too much pain to stay. I know I'm selfish, but it's easier to forget someone when they left you feeling helpless, so I'm okay with aiding in my own erasure. That's all.
Awesome, Ava. Awesome. Yeah, your energy, your energy and your emotion that you put into your words are absolutely amazing. You know, it
Thank
really
you.
is. You get so like deep into it. Do you feel what you write every time you recite it? Like, do you really feel it?
I do. It's like, and I hate to say it, y'all, but I feel like words are so powerful to me. Like when I say something, it's like it literally takes me back to a certain place. Like art for me is like it's like it captures a moment, if that makes sense. Like it's kind of like a picture. Like when I write something and I'm feeling something, all it takes for me is to read it and I'm like, wow, like I know that. And I don't know if that's a gift or a curse or not. I really don't know. But um when I read things that are like painful for me, or when I read just about someone else's pain, like it's like, dang, like I feel that, you know. So yeah, I do. I definitely I feel what I write because it's real. And usually that's why I don't speak my words aloud, because I know I'm gonna end up crying, or I know like I'm not gonna be able to get through. And but yeah, I do, like all my emotions, all my feelings kind of just goes into my writing, you know. Sorry y'all.
No, that's great. No, I love hearing it because you do it so well, and it's like you just fall right into place as soon as you start going. You know, that's a gift. It's not a curse. Definitely, it's a gift. Believe me, you definitely have a gift. Um, all right, we're gonna keep the ball rolling. Isaiah, what you got for us next? I'm excited to hear what you got.
All right, so I'm gonna be on my little bit of militantness. You know, I like. So this is a poem that I wrote called Seasons.
Okay.
Soul reconciliation, manufactured by the agents, so that they could test my patience. I guess I'm not meant to say it, but I'm broken and hated. But so is the chosen savior. Though he's not broken, he's blessed. There's new seasons for unspoken unrest, treason for speaking the truth, staked by the wood and the flesh, chased out the world, but then he outpoured his spirit, and he was truly heaven sent. My Lord, my God, my Lord, my heavenly provider. My God, my Lord, my God, I call to you, my Father. My Lord, my God, my Lord, I need your words of wisdom. My God, my Lord, my God, I call to you, my Father. What, what I was told never to question God, but yes, at times this life can feel like a facade. They're killing my sisters in the streets, while these motherfuckers looking just like me.
Mm.
That movie, I have to skip that scene. This must be a dream because they're shaking our hands while killing our sons. this battle's not lost yet, and the war just begun.
Okay, that was absolutely awesome. That was absolutely awesome right there. Um, did that come from a place of like being fed up about what goes on in our community at times? You know what I mean? Is that what fueled that?
Definitely, I've been through some of my own things when it came to racial stuff, and it came from not necessarily a place of hate, but it came from like a place of confusion and upsetness. Like I was so upset because it's like, man, like what's going on? Because I like it doesn't for me. It didn't make sense. Like and with this everything that I've been through, like I mean, I remember I was in high school. I went to a different high school than my stepbrother and my older sister, and and one day they was walking home from school. I was staying after school one day either they was walking home from school, walking to the bus stop to go to school. A, a group of racists in a pickup truck came chasing at them with buckets of water and started throwing buckets of water at them, water balloons, water bottles, all of that stuff, trying to soak them, and then they was chasing them, like they just kept turning around trying to get at them. I remember I bought them 2 knives and I was like, yo, here, like keep this on you just in case, just because, even though we're all around the same age, but it's like, look, I'm not here. I know where this is coming from because I've been through it the most. And so it's like, so it was like, yo, this, and even though she's my older sister, my older stepbrother, it was like, look, y'all, like this, just so I know that y'all are good. And like even for me, like I've been stopped, I've been like, tackled, I've been put in handcuffs, everything. Like luckily, I was able to make it out good, and well enough physically because there's people that you hear on the news that same exact situations, but they never came back from it. And so
Right.
this is like, it's a question like why do these things happen? Because it's like you taught that like especially when you're religious, like like God's supposed to protect you, this, that, and the third. And during all of this, especially when I was writing this, because this is kind of old, I just touched up on things like a couple months ago, and it was like I was questioning it, but I had to just stay strong. I had to stay strong with my faith and just see it out, because that's when I started to learn that we're good with good, there are bad. There are bads with
Why
and
why why were you questioning it? Because of what?
because of everything. Like, I mean, this was around when this came about. This was like around 2015, 2016, and that was a time when it was the riots and stuff, and that was a time when things was really bad for us, and it just hurt deeply. Cause I just gave you a few examples, but a lot of other things happened. When it came to just the color away, just because of the color of my skin, and I was confused. Because I'm like, at least I like to think I'm a pretty decent person. I try not to hurt nobody, at least intentionally. And all I do is try to share my love, and when I can't, I just try to show it. Like when I can't share it through my words, and then when negative things like that happen to me and to people that I love for no reason, it was just like a question, like how, like why is this happening? Especially when I was 15, about 15, 16. I'm really coming into myself now, and I just don't really understand what's going on. Even though like my earliest memory as a kid is somebody doing something to me, like for my race. Like I was 3 years old. Somebody tried to hit me, my sister, with a car while we was in a Walmart parking lot, and then yelled out. This is in Harford County. Yelled out, Harford County Sheriff's Department don't like niggers. And so, like for me, like, and I thought that was early. I thought that was later in life, but then when I told my mom about that, I had brought it up, and she's like, "You remember that?" Because she was like, "Man, that was back in 2003. I was 3 years old." And just to see the shock on her face because of that type of impact, so like it was so vivid to me. I thought it happened when I was maybe like 8 or 9. And
I commend you though, man. I commend you though, Isaiah, on the way that because for one, I know that's got to be difficult. Like,
yeah,
I know it would have been traumatizing for me going through that. But for you to handle it the way that you did, I commend you on that and not, losing your cool. I'm sure there's a couple times you want to just say whatever and just do crazy stuff, you know what I mean? Because you were so angry, but always grab that pen when you feeling that what you were feeling. Just grab the pen. You know what I mean? Think about that first, and instead of how angry we can get to do something that may put us in trouble. Not saying that you would, because I know you're not that type of guy. I can just tell from speaking with you. But sometimes people can push buttons. You know what I mean? And the racial thing is a very sensitive issue. It's really sensitive. It's traumatizing to people. So I commend you on that. I really do, bro. I really do.
In the sword, so I'm just continue to do my thing.
Exactly. Go ahead.
I love that you said that too. Like, when you were feeling that, the fact that you wrote about it, because it's like it's so many times where like even I like feel something, and I'm like, you know what, I should just do this, or I want to do this, but I like create from it. So the fact that you can feel something and know that it's like ugly and write about it and turn it into art and like share with us or share with anybody, and like we can listen to it and be like, hey, like I resonate with that and I feel that, it's like beautiful. That's why I always say like artists, we're kind of like transformers a little bit. Like we, take the things that life gives us. We take the anger, the sadness, like we take different things that everyday people, they kind of deal with it in a way that might be unhealthy or it might be self-destructive, and we make it into something that helps people. And that's why I love being an artist. Like, and I love artists. I do.
That was perfectly said, because you're absolutely right. I feel that I feel that way too. I like the the transformer. That's interesting because our words can transform someone from feeling, one emotion to the next. I've seen it done. I was humbled at one time when I spoke and did some poetry at an establishment, and an older lady came up to me and was saying some stuff to me. Like it blew me away. You know what I mean? And I was very grateful. I thank God every day for the gift that we have to be able to do that, because even when we're in a state of depression or we're feeling happy, we can put it down on paper and express it in a way. Express it in a way that's healthy instead of expressing it in a way that's unhealthy for you. You know what I mean? But I love poetry for that same fact too. I love that everyone is different. Their makeup is different when they spit their poetry, when they write their poetry, the way they think about what they're writing, all of that. Everyone is just totally different in that, and it's beautiful. I've been to poetry events where my whole mood has changed because one or two of the artists that was there did a specific poem or said a certain line or whatever, and it just like just resonate instantly. So, on both sides, as a poet and as a fan, I understand it. I like to just sit sometimes and don't even spit nothing and just soak everybody else in and just learn and feed off of them, and you know what I mean, and just be blessed in it. But that was absolutely awesome. So Isaiah, we're gonna let you do another one, Isaiah.
All right. Well, let me get this one together. I got a perfect one for you guys. I think this really match kind of the vibe that I've been keeping. All right.
Right.
I have admired you from afar for a while now. You have stayed in my line of sight for some time, never really noticing my presence. Although we talk almost every day, as we speak, I never look into your eyes, completely hiding how I truthfully feel. I am addicted to the godly essence that is within your soul. Sweet as honey, smooth as silk. Oh, how I love your brown skin, the way I can't tell where I end and where you begin. With you, there are losses, there are only wins. Brown sugar in my hot, so lovely, bubbly. See you, you're the subject that comes to mind whenever I pick up my pen. You, you are a queen, and as I am a king, I should follow you. You fill my heart that I thought would forever be hollow. And it feels so right inside. This passion I can no longer hide because I know that this is real. Now tell me, lady in mahogany, when you hear my songs for you, that this is the same way that you feel. Your body is a canvas. And though I am not formally trained, call out my name as I hit your body with these long brush strokes. Shea butter, baby. Your beauty is not only skin deep, but I am also in love with your mind. Truly, lady in mahogany, you are one of a kind. Your features are so defined. Lady in mahogany, oh so lovely. Lady in mahogany, oh so beautiful. Lady in mahogany, stunning, sun-kissed child. Lady in mahogany, oh so perfect. Lady in mahogany.
Lady in Mahogany. Lady in Mahogany. I like it, man. That was good, Isaiah. Lady in Mahogany. I like that, man. You brought
Thank,
your emotion in on that and everything. You know,
thank you.
wow, man. That was written well. You got a knack for speaking to the ladies. I don't know if you know in your in your poetry, bro. You know what I mean? You real smooth with it, man. You
Well,
definitely smooth with it.
around women, so like it's natural to me. It's very natural. And like even growing up, I've always had more women friends and everything like that. It's like I've always felt more comfortable around them. So it's easier to speak to them because as a guy, it's like we don't really talk about our feelings like that. So and girls want to hear that. So it's
Mm,
like it's easier. But with this
yes.
this with this one, it's like I was really speaking directly to our black women, of course, like because sad to say, but there's a lot of controversy going on, like saying like black men don't love black women no more, and that is completely wrong. And I just want, and for those out there that haven't felt that or haven't seen it for themselves, like I want them to be able to listen to this and be like, oh, okay, I get that, I feel it now, like because one thing we all know, these but our bodies is just a husk for our souls. So that's
Mhm.
why. So I'm talking directly to the soul, talking directly to the person that is behind the body itself. So that's why it's lady in mahogany, because because everybody know how rich our skin is, and I'm talking to I'm talking to the person that is within that skin, that's within that body, talking directly to them. I don't like there's nobody specifically, but if they're feeling some type of way, or feeling like they need to hear some uplifting words and to make themselves feel better, I would love for anybody to come listen to this and listen to and hear my words and heed them, take them in, because it's like everybody wants to feel love, and for the fact that our people ourselves, our women, I grew up around nothing but black women, so like it kills me that, like, just to think that, all of my female cousins, my sisters, everybody, even my female friends may, like, even though they didn't tell me, it kills me to think that they don't think that we love them and everything as much as we truly do. So that's really where that came from.
That's all. That's man. That's deep what you just said, bro. You definitely don't seem like a 21-year-old guy, man. I mean, damn, that you got some game, man. I'm soaking up game from you right now.
Yeah,
Oh my goodness, yes, yeah, no, but I said seriously, man, that's wonderful, man. You know what I mean? That's wonderful. And to be able to put that into that's what I'm saying, man. That's, to me anyway, to me. I'm no professor, nothing, but that's such a strength or a knack that you have in your style. You know what I mean? Like, I see you on stage, bro, with a suit on. You know what I mean? Just like, I'm telling you, man. Oh my goodness, that's deep, Isaiah. It really is, man. But to jump on what you were saying too about us and our black queens, there is an issue sometimes, that goes on, and the only thing that I think we could use to all be on, like, we're not going to always agree, but like to just
right.
get on one accord of some way, some way. We just got to show love to each other. We just got to constantly show love to each other. You know what I mean? As of late, with all of this mess that's going on in the world, it's to me, it's much easier to show love, I think, because I don't have time for anything else other than that. I don't want negativity around me. I don't want to hear it sometimes. I want positive vibes, and I want to do what I need to do within my world and keep it moving. But damn, that's good, man. I'm telling you, that's good. What was the name of it again?
It's called Lady in Mahogany.
Lady in Mahogany.
So I'm speaking directly to our black women. Like, nobody specific, but it's for them to hear and take in. I need that to happen. Like, because like you said, the one thing that could really bring us all back is love, and I feel like that they need to hear it.
They definitely need to hear it. Go ahead. They definitely need to hear it, and you deliver it well. You know what I mean? And it is something, I mean, that I think a lot of females will sit and listen to that. That should make them feel good, because the way that you're talking about them, which is true, we have beautiful, absolutely beautiful women in our culture. I am married to one, but that's what it is. You know what I mean? And I love that. I love the way that you did that to uplift them. You know what I'm saying? That's it's on point, man. It's really good. I like that. I really like that. Isaiah, I'm sorry, Ava, do you have any other poems you got that you want to do?
Oh yes, but before that, I also wanted to say I love that you mentioned like the works of other Black women, like when you said like the brown skin by India Arie,
Yeah,
like different things that you said in the shape of a baby. I was like, I love that, like, because you mentioned like other Black women artists like within your piece while uplifting us. I love that. I appreciate that.
I think anything
Um,
That is good, because that's an inspiration. It's clever, man. It's good. That's really good, Isaiah. That's really
Yeah.
good. All right, Ava, whenever you're ready, you can go ahead.
Okay, so this poem is entitled Seeds. It's basically like me realizing how much power I have over myself and my life, I guess. So here we go. The more I water myself, the more I blossom. The more I allow these tears to flow, the more I can allow myself to let go. The more I remind myself that it's okay to feel and that there's no shame in a good cry. The more I fly, the more the sky places no limits onto me. The more I warm hearts, the more the stars don't seem so far, the more I am buried, the less I carry. The more I dig up this dirt and uncover this hurt, the more I can go back to my roots and understand who I am. The more I nurture my inner child, the more my heart can run wild and be free to love those who couldn't love me. The more I let love in, like love has given me the shirt off its back to shield me from those who didn't know how to, the quicker I can get around to loving me indefinitely. The more my insecurities can't get the best of me, the more I see beauty in my reflection, the more I bloom with confidence, the more I walk like my feet are anointed by God, the more I am grounded and well rounded, the more I am surrounded by love in its purest form, the more joy doesn't feel like an unreachable destination, but an everyday norm. The more I give to myself, the more life gives to me. The more I heal, the more I reel in everything created just for me. The more I fulfill God's assignment, the more I fall into alignment.
Mm.
The more I plant these seeds, the more these trees will grow in my legacy. I've learned that life is what you make it, that life isn't about the things that hinder you or even how you take it. I've learned that life is about knowing you have the power to create it.
Awesome. Absolutely awesome, Ava. Absolutely. Absolutely awesome. To anyone to anyone who's watching right now, I'm 46 years old and I feel very comfortable with these two lovely individuals as looking at as our future. You know what I mean? Like this is what this is what it's about. I'm telling you, you guys are awesome, man. Y'all really are. I mean, you just you got it. You're well rounded. You're polite. You're everything. You got everything. And you think for yourself. I mean, I'm blown away. I really do enjoy um, hearing this from such young people. You know what I mean? Because the stereotypes that go around about us, especially with our young people, are that they don't read, they disrespectful, they all they want to do is twerk or wear their pants off their butt and all of that, and that's not the case. You know what I mean? We all know that's not the case. So yeah, so Isaiah, did you want to do one more before we get out of here, or maybe sing a little medley for us or something?
All right, I could sing a little something for y'all, man. I could do that.
All right.
So earlier I actually had an audition, so I could. So you mind if I just matter if I sing like anything that already exists?
That's fine. Whatever you want.
So I'm gonna I'll do a song called um Until the End of Time, Justin Timberlake, Beyonce. I'm gonna do the beginning of that. All right. I woke up this morning. I heard the TV saying something about disasters in the world, and it had me wondering where I'm going. There's so much darkness in the world, but I see beauty left in you, girl. And what you give me lets me know that I'll be alright. Cause if your love was all I had in this life, girl, that would be enough until the end of time. Girl, rest your weary heart and relax your mind. Cause I'm gonna love you, girl, until the end of time.
Awesome, man. Awesome, awesome, awesome. My man Isaiah. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. I love it, man. That's good, man. How long you been singing? You love to sing too, just as much as poetry?
I love to sing. Singing is my first love. Like my first and only. Like really, truthfully. Like music, singing, everything, writing in general. You know, poetry is actually branched off of me writing my own songs. It branched off because I was like, maybe I could try to find another outlet. Because like kind of with seasons, I my first poem I wrote was for Black History Month assembly when I was in high school, and but I already had the experience because I've been writing some songs my whole life. Because I've been singing since I was about four or five in church choir. I started in there at church, and it kind of I fell in love with it right away, and luckily I had experience. I've experienced from my family. Like my mom sings. My dad, he's an amazing instrumentalist. So it kind of comes in. Even though they didn't put it on me, they kind of let me find it.
Right.
And so like now I'm in. They like even like with poetry, like I started writing when I was like the 10th. Like I started writing when I was like 10, and even I've definitely gotten better since then. But like poetry kind of branched off of that because it's like with that experience from writing for all that time, it's like let's find different ways. Like if you're not trying to like, I literally had a conversation with myself. I was like, all right, this is too real for you to sing. Like you need to hear people with your voice, with the way how you speak, the way how you feel. Like with certain things you can sing in, but sometimes because singing is mainstream entertainment, it doesn't feel as real.
Mhm.
So then I was like, all right, how about write some poetry? And then it kind of went from there.
That's interesting what you said though, Isaiah, about your parents, your mom being a singer, your dad an instrumentalist, and they let you find it. Like you said, you found it on your own. That's interesting because sometimes our parents, when we say there's a guy who used to play football all his life and his son, is in high school or middle school, or whatever the case may be. The kid may not even want to play ball, but the dad may push it on him, or the mom may push the daughter to do ballet. She's not really feeling doing ballet. And it's interesting how you said you found it. You found it because that's your gift. You found it because that's your gift. That's absolutely awesome, man. I'm telling you, it's a blessing to have both of y'all on the show today. I have to have y'all back. I have to have y'all back. I have to have y'all back. I really do. Um, I have some things coming up on the next couple Spitfires where I'm going to be doing Spitfire team, where it's like teenagers. My first one is a young lady who's 15 years old. I won't mention her just yet, but she's absolutely amazing. And I just love to be able to push this platform for us to put our words out there to help somebody else. Because that's at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. You know what I mean? Not only are you helping yourself, but you helping somebody else. You know what I mean? You keeping somebody from committing suicide. You keeping somebody from eating and throwing up. All that food comes. I mean, it's deep. It's so deep we don't even realize what our words can do. So I appreciate you guys being on the show. Y'all need to follow both of these young poets on social media. They're both on Facebook and Instagram. Ava has a show on What Up Baltimore Network called Sip and Paint. You want to check that out tomorrow from 7 to 8. You want to follow Isaiah Haynes. I'm sure we're going to be seeing a lot more from him. I definitely have to have you back on again, bro. I thank you for just being who you are, man. Like, you know, I wouldn't. Yeah, thank you for just being who you are, because you're the guy. I'm just gonna say it. You're the guy that the father, when the young lady brings the guy to the house, that you're the guy that's like, oh yeah, I like him. Yeah. You can bring him. I like him. He can come back. He can come back. He can come back. But bless y'all, man. Y'all be safe out here. Please be safe. Be vigilant. Like I said in the beginning, our prayers are with anyone who was affected by this nasty storm that just rolled through America. And like I always say, if you want to be blessed, you must bless other people. If you don't bless anybody else, how do you expect to be blessed? You got to bless somebody else. So with that being said, Isaiah Haynes, thank you, my brother. Little sis Ava Smith, I appreciate you for coming on. Y'all check both of these individuals out. Y'all be safe out here, and I will see y'all next time, definitely.
All right. Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Right.